Bro, the Trump indictment, dude. So you've seen what's been going on this entire week. It's freaking insane,
Bro,
man.
they got your boy behind bars. It's a wrap.
What you mean, my boy, man? They got your boy.
It's your man's. It's all right,
No,
man.
they got our boy, bro. They got our boy. But anyway,
Free
yeah,
Trump.
man, it's freaking insane.
Let them know.
Yeah,
Josh, tell the people. Tell the people what they need to
yo,
hear.
free my boy Trump, bro. But anyway, yeah, dude. So can he run for if he actually gets locked up and is convicted? Can he still run to become the president of the United States of America?
I imagine. I don't see an issue with him running. You can still write him in even if he wasn't on the ballot.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Enough people write
So
him
it's
in.
crazy how.
Imagine he gets elected from jail. That'd be wild.
Yeah, that would be
I mean, that's
wild.
presupposing a
My
whole
question
lot of
is,
shit, but supposing you got a conviction that he actually had to serve time for and gets
yeah,
elected.
no, I'm thinking like, okay, if he gets elected to be the president, like, how does he take himself out of jail, or does he have to actually like do his time, and then once he comes out, he becomes the president, and I guess would it be the VP?
It would definitely be complicated. Yeah, I imagine the VP.
And how would the debates be? Would the debates be through Zoom, like through
Well,
the
the
Zoom
debates don't really
session?
matter. That's
No, but like
TV.
you know what I mean. Yeah, I know,
You
but
can have it
since
through
he would
Zoom.
be in
You
jail,
can do it through Skype.
yeah, through Zoom
He
or
could
through
literally, he would
River
literally
FM.
just hop in and just say everyone's wrong. That's it. That's it. He just go back to like, all right, whatever y'all
Everyone's
were talking
wrong.
about. Goes back to playing, Flappy Birds or whatever prisoners do.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hop in, no name call, promise us some shit.
So this the charges that are being brought upon him, right? The hush money that was paid, was this prior to him running for presidency, or like when did this
When did what
happen?
happen?
The hush money that was paid for the porn star.
So when she got paid?
Yeah. Was this during his
No, it was before the
presidency?
presidency. It was leading up to it.
Oh,
He paid her
okay.
to shut up. Who wouldn't? That's pretty normal.
So yeah, so
Question is whether
that's
you
like
could
his
tie it
first.
to it being a campaign, like finance.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So probably used hush money from his campaign
Yeah,
to.
it's an
Okay,
accounting
I see.
issue where saying, "Hey, I spent X amount of money on legal fees," when in reality, what you did was ask your lawyer to pay some hush money to somebody so that they wouldn't tank your chances of becoming president, which didn't end up working anyway. But
Yeah. Sheesh.
the question is, how do you convert that into a felony? Because right now that's a misdemeanor. It's 34 counts of a misdemeanor, right? 34 were the counts.
I think so.
Yikes. 34 misdemeanors. But the shit is, how do you convert that into a felony? How do you prove to a court? I mean, it's outside of their jurisdiction, I'm pretty sure, but all right, this was in. I guess the way that they do that, like is they have to prove that it was done in concert with covering up another crime, right? And then that's how they could justify it as being a felony charge.
Isn't there another charge he's being charged with other than the hush money?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't know. But yeah, it's just pretty wild that how he can, he's still going to be able to run for presidency even though he's currently, being charged for all these, well, being charged for the hush money stuff. But I think that's a beautiful thing about America, though, man. How like it's you're still able to like become the president somehow, even though like there's opposition
You
against
can
you. You know
grab
what
him
I
by the
mean?
pussy and still become president.
Grab the
Yeah, I feel you. That's it. We live in a wild, wild world. Live in a wild country. But yeah, same person could potentially go to jail and still win and be president. That's wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
But
So, how about the governor of Florida,
yeah, DeSantis. DeSantis.
DeSantos? I heard
Good
he.
with you.
I heard he's
You never heard of
what?
DeSantis? DeSantos? Who's DeSantis?
Sorry, DeSantis. Yeah, yeah, but
En su casa lo
I
conocen.
heard he's run. I heard he's running for the presidency.
Oh yeah, he sent you a text. Let you know.
No, I think just a lot of people are betting on him running.
No,
So
no, man. It seems like whoever's popular this early in the race tends to be the person that gets picked on the most and ends up being the first person to drop out. I
yeah,
think it's in the Democrats' best
that was
interest
Trump at
to
one point.
let this whole thing with Trump play out. And even if he doesn't get convicted, just the fact that they brought charges against him keeps him in the limelight. And as long as he's in the limelight, he's going to beat out all the relevant good competition on the Republican side because he's going to suck
Oh
up all
wow,
the oxygen in the room. And then if there's any Republicans that actually stand a chance at winning in a prime or in a general election, he's going to swallow all the potential spotlight. They get no press. He gets the nomination because towards the end, the Republicans are going to be like, well, nobody else is going to be able to compete against Joe. And then
yeah,
Joe
that's
comes
another thing. Do
through.
you think Joe's gonna actually? Do you think Joe will actually be the Democratic?
Who else they got? Who else is it going to be? Yeah.
Hillary
No, no.
or Kamala?
People hate her now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not doing a
true.
good job as it is. Think people are really going to be like, yeah, 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 let's pick her? Probably not. They'll take Sleepy Joe, which I would too if I was a Democrat. He's the incumbent president. We're about to go to war. Whether you think he's done a good job or
Yeah,
not,
so
still want to keep
I
him
heard
around.
that the clock, the World War III clock, is like right there at like the. I think they have like a. I think the it was like what was it 11:59 or something?
Or
Like there's like a doomsday clock or something for like World War III and stuff. It's like right there. It's like right at the point of breaking.
well, it won't. You got to think positive. But
Hope so.
yeah, I don't think Biden has much competition on the Democratic side. So it would make sense to just rerun the same play as 2020 and make it a conversation between Biden and Trump. Biden will win out in the electoral college, get the majority of the fucking votes, and win. And that's how he gets his second term, even if he is too old. And then the only thing he has to defeat then is just Father Time breathing down his throat. But I mean, I wish the president of
Wow.
the United States all the good health in the world, but time is the number one enemy. She's gonna get us all.
Yep.
But if I were a Democrat right now, I'd be like, nah, all eyes on Trump. All eyes on Trump. And
Dang.
if you make any kind of sense, we'll just spend money towards the Trump campaign to have him swallow you. Like you don't have to defeat him. You get your enemy to defeat them for you.
Do you think the economy was better off with Trump in office?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's really comparable. Um
Mm. Do you think like the rest of the world sees us weak with Joe Biden as our president right now?
I mean, it's probably not just Joe Biden. I mean, and especially not from like a policy like standpoint. I mean, he's pretty much just kind of codified whatever Trump really wanted, but never got anything done. And he's basically gone down that same road, you know, foreign diplomacy wise. So if people undermine us now, it's more so because of decisions that we've made geopolitically, I would imagine. We might have looked real soft pulling out of Afghanistan. We might look real soft right now backing a losing party in a proxy war that's happening thousands of miles away. Um, the fact that he was kind of elected to be that unifying figure in our history. What we need right now is, like, somebody to bridge the divide. The fact that he's not getting that done either might make him look bad, or might make us look bad as a whole. Whereas we didn't really have that issue with Trump. Um, but he also got nothing done. He had really, some interesting ideas. He had terrible rhetoric, didn't know how to comport himself. But yeah, the economy was better. He also inherited a better economy.
So do you think Obama had something to do with that?
For sure. I mean, that definitely matters. But in the same world, Biden inherited a really shit sandwich of an economy. It wasn't bad, but it was like, all right, we're in the middle of COVID. It's basically what it comes down to. It's the C word. You can bleep
Yeah,
that
yeah, the
out in,
bug.
in post production if you want, but it's the C word.
Yeah.
That happened, and that was enough that from there on, Biden probably started making some really bad, policy decisions. But he's a populist at the end of the day, and it shows in the decision making. But I don't know, man. Cut and take.
Yeah.
What else you want to talk about with Biden?
I think he's delusional. I think he needs help. I think it's they're abusing him. It's old people abuse. Um, at some point you have to see that he's not in a good state of mind to lead a country, and those that are they're looking at that instead of I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not putting that part on. You know what?
What part?
The part about he's delusional, he has dementia, he needs help.
Well, say what's on
They
your
should
chest
get.
then. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
That's it. That's all I want to say.
Then put it up there.
Nah, I'm taking that shit off. They're abusing the old man.
Do you think his age matters?
It's not his age, it's his freaking mind. His mind is done. He says things that make no sense. Sometimes he doesn't even know where he's at. He has like his probably like someone like a little chaperone just walking him around. It's like he's all fucked up.
Think our partners abroad are looking at us that way? Like, damn, yo, like, who's in charge over there? Do you think they know who's
Not
in
even.
charge?
They probably know who's in charge, and they're just doing the same bullshit. Whoever's in charge is just pulling the same moves, doing the same bullshit, and that's it.
Do you think this will de-escalate if Trump becomes president?
What would de-escalate
Well, A,
the
world
war?
tensions, but B, will people, will we regain some semblance of respect as a nation state?
Yeah, I think so. I think that if he wins, we will definitely gain on some respect. It's kind of weird because when he was the president, a lot of countries disliked him because of his commentary, right? But then again, once he, you know, was not reelected, there's a whole bunch of, I guess, regret that he didn't win. And this is not coming from me. This is just coming from just people that I interact with, people that I meet, videos that I've watched, news articles, where it's just the same topic about, hey, we would have been better off with Trump versus Biden. And there's like so many videos on YouTube, right, where Biden's basically like lost. he like he mentions things that have nothing to do with the topic that's on hand, and it makes us look bad. And not only that, he's not being tough on other countries. Foreign policy is going down the drain. China's doing whatever they want to do, and so is Russia. This whole BRICS thing, and the alliance that's happening with other countries. They're trying to like, in a way, affect our economy. It's just messing us up, and it just it's kind of like hypocrisy if you think about it, because it was like, hey, you guys didn't want Trump, now you have Biden, and now you guys think that we've been better off with Trump. And what I see happening is that if he does win, they're gonna do the same shit over again. Yeah, we're gonna probably be a little bit more respected in the world, right, in the globe as a whole. But of course, he's always going to be like, you're going to see in all the news channels people like, talking about Trump, and he said this and he said that, and his radical viewpoints and whatever he says. Like, if you notice right now in the news, like the main topic is Trump, but prior to that, it was like the Ukrainian war or the bug. It was never about the president, right?
Well, because at a
It was,
certain point, it became almost unfashionable to be talking about Trump. Ironically, in the post-Trump derangement syndrome kind of era in
yeah,
news, you know, up until recently, I can't even say that. I feel like there was still a lot of news agencies that still kind of made their payroll just by mentioning Trump.
yeah.
Um,
But remember when he got banned on all social media platforms, well, the majority of them, and then he started his own little platform. There was a point where he wasn't mentioned a lot in the news media platforms. He was
but
just,
I don't think there's any denying it. Even I mean, he's good for business. He's good for
yeah,
business. If you mention Trump, you're gonna get news ratings. And so I see him again, like sucking up a lot of the oxygen in the room, whether it's a good idea or not. What I am interested in is how much of a factor like age is going to play um, into the next like
age,
yeah, age, because either way they're both going to be the oldest people to ever become president.
yeah,
So one way to look at it is, hey, both of these guys are really too old to be doing the job, in which case maybe age plays a higher factor in the way people vote, and they end up. I mean, I don't know if there's a how much of a market there's going to be for like an independent, a third party candidate, but will age be enough of a factor to swing
no, I don't think so.
significant amount of
For
people?
Biden, yes, for sure.
What?
For Biden, I think though, I mean, at this point, he's not even thinking right. So
Right. I mean, you could say like mental cognition or just cognition in general um, is going to play a very big role, but I don't necessarily know that. Like, I want to know what factor in specific is going to matter more. Um, but yeah, something's going to have to give. I can see this playing out where the age plays just enough, or the age, or cognition. But I mean, like, pretty much anybody under the age of 70 is going to sound significantly more put together in between the ears than these two octogenarians. But I still would be curious to see how much age is enough to pull votes away from the old people towards maybe a younger set of candidates. I'd be interested to see some data
yeah,
post November so that we can see, you know, how much it matters. I know I don't want to like vote for either of them. I really don't. Primarily because they're old, regardless of their politics aside. Politics aside, policy aside, you are not going to be around to make the decisions that are going to affect me.
yeah, I
And the
agree.
world is in a very sensitive, it's a very fluid situation right now, and shit could go left real fast.
How old is Putin?
He's also pushing 80.
Oh wow,
But that's the problem. We got a bunch of angry old, men that are really late for their prune juice with their fingers on buttons that they probably shouldn't be anywhere near.
yeah.
So for me, it's definitely going to play a role in how I vote this year, probably. It's just looking at, hey, who's younger? Who's actually going to be around to live through some of the decisions that they plan on carrying out?
Damn, do you see like because of their age, you see that something might happen with them?
It's a liability.
Um,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, so
I mean, they keep mentioning Biden's in good health.
Yeah, but like let's put the
So
shoe on the other foot. So let's talk like Putin, right? So just to help illustrate the point, Putin is right now a wartime president. If Putin dies, who fills his place? Are they going to be more of a war hawk or are they going to be more of a dove? Are they going to continue this agenda with Ukraine? Does everybody believe in that, or are they going to, back down? Are we going to get somebody worse than Putin? Don't know. In the same way, you flip that dynamic around. Biden dies, but how is Kamala Harris on foreign policy? The world stage is
yeah,
going to wonder. And at a time where things are very volatile, you want as much stability as you can. So, not rocking the boat is kind of a priority. And if you think that whoever you are voting in to be the leader of the free world, their age might come into consideration and they might suffer from, an unfortunate early demise in the middle of a conflict that they haven't resolved, it's kind of an issue. Nobody wants a change of regime that quickly.
yep,
I'd rather have people that I can depend upon, at least for the next 4 years, who I know are not going to be around, who are of solid, mind, sound mind, to make some rational decisions that they're also going to be around to live through. I don't need anybody dying for glory right now. Like the rest of us kind of want to live, so I'm worried nonetheless.